What up, y'all? We back. I know I'm sitting in a whole different ass seat. It's another edition of the Black Boy Content Club podcast. I'm one of your three hosts, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington. Now, these two niggas are still in their normal spots, so you don't get to see them.
You look like you're in rehab over there.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. It is a slimming frame over there.
I like that. I like you over there, man. You know hey, we back, man. Black Boy Content Club, man. It's your boy Moses Prim. We have a very
hold on, before we do that.
I know. I'm gonna let Chris.
Yeah.
I'm fanning out right now, bro. I'm tired of containing myself.
That's what it was. You been holding that shit in.
Cool, don't hold it in. Give it all out.
We got a black all-star in the building, man.
That's right.
I wasn't trolling y'all with the thumbnail. Chris, go ahead and introduce yourself, and we're gonna get to the important people.
Yeah, indeed.
Hey, you done shit on that whole intro.
No, let me stop. No,
trust. I'm not important, especially today. This your boy Chris Please, the Dark Architect, Chris Burns, whatever you want to call me. We in the building. We don't need to waste time.
All right, let's do it
at all.
Let's just do it.
You know what I mean? Because we got a legend in the building.
We got a legend in the building, man. It's so dope to have him here. This man about to go on another dope ass tour. I caught him a little bit of him caught a little bit of him at the Ice House last night.
He ain't even talk. He's so excited.
It was either me tripped up with him, but. T to the motherfucking K Kirkland in the building.
What's happening,
man? Everybody, what's going on?
What's cracking, man?
What's going on?
Man, we happy to have you in the building, man.
Absolutely,
real talk,
bro.
I'm doing an interview, everybody, so I'm just letting y'all sit in. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put this in here. I like to do stuff live so people see.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
The real essence of a show.
Okay,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
A real essence of a show. All right, here we go. Bam. Put it right here.
Do it.
Gonna sit that shit right there.
Okay. So you can see everybody.
Yeah.
Oh no, they definitely ain't finna see me in this corner.
There's a simulcast going on.
Yes, you gotta have all that, man. Look, first of all, real talk, we do appreciate you for coming through, fucking with us, man. You know, this means a lot. Prim's a fan, I'm a fan, Chris is a fan. Like I said, watching what you've been doing, and you've been in this game, the stand-up game, 30 plus.
Yeah, I've been almost 40 years.
Almost 40?
Almost 40 years doing stand-up.
Ooh-wee.
Started out
a lot of changes through then, huh?
Yeah, 40 years. The game has changed a lot, you know. And when you see the comedy change, it's sometimes it's embarrassing. Sometimes you go, "Wow, where are we going with this?" But that's why I would say when I'm considered a dinosaur. In a sense, right?
Yeah.
And when you're a dinosaur, you have to adapt to things change.
How do you adapt to the social media change?
Social media is something that
because that's become the big thing now. Like
I didn't understand it at first.
Yeah.
So when I was do social media back in the day, if you go on my social media, I used to do now that I got your attention.
Yeah.
And I would always show women that was half naked.
Right.
Because I will promote my podcast. But what happened with you young kids, y'all don't want to listen to the podcast. Y'all like looking at ass.
I mean,
so everybody kept saying, tag the bitch. And I wouldn't tag because I'm using psychology and real stuff.
Right.
Like, yo, don't worry about the female.
But it is common
worry
courtesy,
about the
though.
information.
Common courtesy.
Yeah, see, that's a young person talking.
Hey, man, listen.
I had to adjust to what the world was doing. I was trying to force everybody to follow my rules.
Right.
But it wasn't about my rules. It was about. So now how can my fans watch you guys live?
So right now, for all the fans that's watching us through TK's Instagram, go to Prim's Hood Cinema's YouTube channel. PRIMMS Hood Cinema YouTube channel.
Okay, Prim's
Hood Cinema.
Prim's Hood Cinema. Go to that live. You can see the whole setup.
You'll see the whole setup, everything.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Shouts out to the super chat we just came through. Hey, Prim, review the movie Trippin'.
Oh yeah, I actually haven't seen Trippin'. I actually was rewatching the New Jersey Drive the other day.
Yeah, go back, bro. Throwback.
You're one of the brothers, right?
One of the brothers, New Jersey Drive. Yeah,
and
that's a throwback for your ass, bro.
I thought you were gonna say Baller Blocking, bro.
I haven't seen Baller Blocking.
Bro, that's another classic, bro.
Yeah, I review hood movies.
Okay.
From like the '90s and early 2000s.
Right.
So yeah, you're probably gonna be popping up a lot on my channel. And
okay, cool. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, Baller Blocking. Shout out to Baby. Money Millionaire.
Definitely.
You know, me and him are real tight to this day. 20-something years later, and I love everybody, man.
Yeah, you've got a lot of established relationships. Like for instance, one of the legends you was established with that gave you the name T to the motherfucking K.
Tupac.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
I heard
Tupac. Yeah, Tupac's a nice young man. Met him when he was a dancer. with Digital Underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a background dancer with Digital Underground, and to see his journey and how his life changed. I seen everybody change.
Hey, Prim, Digital Underground was a rap group.
Yeah. Originally hailing from the Bay Area, California.
My nose is large.
Digital Underground. I want to give a shout out to the DOC. You ever see the DO? It's getting funky enough.
Yeah.
You know, Easy-E got me in all of that, and the rest is history. So I worked with everybody from the West Coast to the East Coast.
You were on
Timbaland and
the original NWA tour.
I was on the original NWA tour. I was in the movie Straight Outta Compton.
And you did the Rough Rider Cash Money tour.
Rough Rider Cash Money tour. I did the Hard Knock Life tour.
How do you...
With Jay-Z.
So those are 3...
I did Ludacris's tour.
Absolutely.
4. That was
4. But those are 3 iconic
tours.
Iconic rap tours. Like, someone like my age, like, was dying to go to any one of those.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
How would you compare the energy, like, of the 3? Like, what would you say was the best experience you had?
The best experience really was to go on tour with NWA because it was my first national tour.
Yeah.
I didn't know that we would be in the world today where they really created history.
Right.
We was just really doing our thing. We just having fun. But I was much older than them. Mm-hmm. So I would tour with them, but I was like doing my own thing.
Yeah.
When I toured with Baby and them, I didn't ride on the bus or nothing like that. I flew. They took the bus. I flew and met them. They had my own hotel. I was my own company, you know? And even though this brother had problems, I toured with R. Kelly.
Yeah.
R. Kelly took me on tour, all through the 90s. I made a lot of money with him, but I never hung out with him. I never...
I like the flavor that came in real quick. Hey, man,
I never was in his dressing room. I never hanging out in his dressing room. I mean, Puffy took me out on the road.
Right.
Too. Okay. Like everybody.
Why? Just because you're funny? Just because they fuck with you?
Well, you know, when you got to remember, I'm older than everybody.
Yeah.
So I was famous before everybody.
Okay.
Right.
So I saw everybody come up. And they lives changed. I was already that guy.
Yeah, you was
so I saw them blow up and do their thing. And you got to remember, I wasn't around social media, so a lot of people just finding out about me.
Yeah,
Which I've noticed that recently over the past year or so, your visibility is blown up.
Oh, man.
It's blown up. Like, people, I've seen you everywhere on every major podcast, more than shit, you know, even though it's the thing to do now, but like you've been everywhere, more visible than ever. How does that feel now?
Then that's a good feeling to be well respected. I think I have an opinion. Mm-hmm. I think that the things that I share with the world, people really listen to me, and they will listen to me more if I was skinny and it looked like I was about to die. You know, if I had the gray beard, but it confuses people because I dropped gyms, and I still look young, and that confused. Like, okay, he talking all this grown man shit, but he looked young. But I just try to give in my interviews people the opportunity to see things differently. Mm-hmm. That's all. When I sit around, I hear you guys talking, I hear women and everybody talking. All I want to do is let me give you a different way to look at that.
Right.
You understand? So that's what I do. I want to just give you a different way of looking at what you're talking about.
I'm glad you said that, man, because you spend a lot of time in this city, and you know, you seen how it's changed back in the day with, like, you know, being a young man trying to court young ladies out here in Los Angeles, and now it's a social media app-based type situation. Mm-hmm. What words of wisdom do you have for, like, a lonely person like my friend Jay here?
What the fuck? You just literally did a full preface on some shit else to just Vera was like, "No, I'm gonna get this nigga
so
real."
Are you lonely?
Something? No, just got my goddamn self working.
I'm just trying to help. We got the man here.
I appreciate it. You could have warned the nigga. You was like,
we doing it live.
Do that. Tell the fans again how they can see us.
So
listen, everybody, listen, so y'all can see. So you're just seeing me on my live, but I want y'all to see the whole interview, and he's gonna tell you.
Say it, Prim.
Tap into Prim's Hood Cinema YouTube channel,
so they can see you. Yeah, it's okay. Pick it up.
Moses Prim, man. Prim's Hood Cinema YouTube channel.
No, you gotta slow down. You gotta slow down.
Yeah, just type in Hood Cinema. Y'all find it, man. I'm out here, bro.
Yes, sir.
I'm the only Hood Cinema so far.
Okay, good.
There we go.
There we go. Now, I mean, you know what I was telling? We were talking earlier. It's funny they bring this up, motherfucker. fuck up talking to me. Mm-hmm. Like we was talking about, like, because everybody's in different relationships, and like I've been talking to a bunch of different women, and every woman I've talked to and was trying to get to know, shit is like dissipated. You know, so I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep focusing on work and shit right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If all this shit is like it's starting and then it's just starting and dropping, let me put my attention somewhere.
I can already tell what your situation is.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, I can tell the situation.
Right.
I mean, no disrespect. You're not like a real handsome nigga.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But you got confidence.
Right.
So your confidence, you got to just have more swag. You got to spend just a little bit more money, and you find a woman that truly appreciates character. Because women today, they think they want this real handsome guy.
Yeah.
But Biggie, let's use Biggie for instance.
Mm-hmm. And they didn't have faith.
Biggie changed the game.
Yes, he did.
All women in the 90s wanted a big, strong black man, but who dressed well, who smelled good, that knew how to treat a woman really, really good. But you got to be smart now.
Right.
Because men like that can get played and used in society now. Women, when they find a guy that spends a lot of money, you can get used if you find the wrong woman.
Absolutely.
But if you find the right woman, you can really enjoy and cherish that journey that you could have. Because all you guys are young, and I always try to tell young men, when you get money, stay focused on your money, because love is so powerful, it can knock you off your hustle.
Damn right.
Damn true. Yeah, that's true. Like,
I
ain't never been man. Shit.
And then now you're messed up for 2, 3, 4, 5 months, depending on how detrimental things are, you know. And it happens to everybody, you know. Like,
right.
Nobody is exempt from pain, especially in a relationship. I see it happen to Mike Tyson. I mean, one of the crazy situations one day, I was in Miami, and I saw Luke chasing a woman down the street. Man, then the motherfucker.
Wait, I'm just trying to picture Luke.
Not Luke
Exactly.
Skywalker.
Not Uncle Luke.
Shout out to Luke, that's my man. But he was
Damn.
chasing a woman down the street because this woman had made him mad. And I had seen him being emotional. Luke now.
Who would have thought? Yeah,
Exactly.
I was like, damn.
But we all go through it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I appreciate the gems. Thank you. And fuck you still, Chris, for the transition that way.
man.
You ever think about starting your own podcast?
Yeah,
I do have my own podcast.
Oh man, my fault. I'm tripping.
Now, my podcast is the TK KIRKLAND Podcast.
Yeah.
We're about to do something big in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. I'm doing it with the NFL. It's going to be the first time it's taped live.
Nice.
So I'm going to interview people on my show, Method Man, a few other celebrities who are coming through, and I'm excited about it. But Charlemagne the God, executive producer of my podcast, but I've never been able to sit in one spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you guys, y'all can do this.
Yeah.
I'm in a different city every 2 or 3 days, and I'm in Los Angeles right now, and this is the longest I've ever been in one spot.
Wow.
Normally I come in, I do what I got to do, boom, I'm on the plane, and I've always been that way all my life. My mother used to always say when I was a kid, I never let dust get under my feet because I'm always moving. And I've been like that my whole life.
That's so real because like when I first became aware of you in these comedy streets, like 14 years ago, something like that, when I was still working at the Comedy Store, I was always like, why isn't TK like here more often?
Right.
You know what I mean? Coming through and then, you know what I mean, doing his thing. And they're like, that nigga's on the road.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I always
like,
believed in staying on the road because I didn't really like Hollywood the way the actors and the comedians like Hollywood. I saw something in Hollywood that other people didn't see. I felt in Hollywood it wasn't for us. And it is not a playing field for African Americans. And people come out here who try to be famous, but the odds of you making it is very slim. It's like trying to play the lottery. And you really got to hope, but you have to know how to start your own business. Yeah. If you can't, my rule was this. If you couldn't get into business, become a manager, become an agent, find somebody who had that talent, and then you represent them to get into business, and then at least you're getting a check.
I'm seeing that happening now.
So when I came up, like even though D.L. Hughley up under my belt, Godfrey, Mike Epps, the thing that was most important to me was me and 3 other gentlemen, a guy named David Kleeman, Tommy Chesterow. And a lot of people didn't know that, but we represent Sandra Bullock. We represent Anthony Michael Hall, John Lucasamo. Like I had all these people in the 90s, but I was in the streets. So I always kept my profile low because my crew and who was white men, you know, and they knew I was in the streets, you know. So there's a TK, until you figure out who you are, you really have to stay low key because I couldn't jeopardize the company. So I always stayed low key, got the money. And I remember David Klingman always telling me, he said, this is going to be the most easiest money you ever made in your life. So, I mean, you just do the math. I was getting 5% of whatever Sandra Bullock was making.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Weren't you also like producing shows also while you were being a comic?
What I would do, because my comedy was so raw back in the day, so I would put concerts on that people wouldn't let me on because people were starting to get more famous than me.
Yeah.
But I was funnier than them. But people wasn't really booking me, so me and my crew, we would put money together, put concerts together, and I would do a guest spot on my own show.
Oh, that's
the only person that didn't let that happen was Cedric the Entertainer.
Okay.
Boy,
all right.
Man, I'm glad you brought up Cedric because
his name's been in the news a lot.
It's been in the news a lot recently.
I put a concert together in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
And the rule was in all my shows, we couldn't tell the artist that TK Kirkland was on the show.
Okay.
And you would find out that I was on the show that day.
That day of.
You see me walking in the building and that day. And I used to put fear in comics because no one could follow me. I don't give a F who you got out there that's funny. Everybody know about TK Kirkland.
That's right.
It's just that in this world today, the people have made their names for themselves, and there's so many comics now compared to now that whoever if that's your Katt and the Dave Chappelle's, if that's your fan base, you can't knock them off your square. So I always tell people, come see me live, and I can't tell people I'm the best.
Mm-hmm.
You have to prove that you're the best.
Right. Have them come see you.
And the world with social media has weakened the intelligence of society.
Yeah.
Because we're taught to believe anything that comes on social media. People don't have knowledge of topics, entertainment, sometimes sports, sometimes education. So we are misled faster than we've ever been misled before because we're not getting the education that's necessary to give people truly common sense.
You ain't never lied about that one, man.
Absolutely.
Never.
Yeah, somebody in the chat said you were like the Black Forrest Gump. And I'm like, that's up, man.
I get that all the time. I get that all the time. Mm-hmm.
Man, and it's funny because you would tell these stories on like Vlad and like how you were at like almost so many pivotal moments in not only comedy history but hip hop history, etc. And like I didn't fully believe it at first.
Right.
Then I remember my own mother told me a story of you hosting some Nelson Mandela thing.
Right.
And I was like, wait, what does that even mean, TK?
Right. What? See, a lot of people know, and this is great that you brought that up. I'm also on the politics side too.
Okay.
Really?
See, when I was coming up in LA, I raised a lot of money for Maxine Waters. I did a lot of things with Johnny Cochran.
Okay.
I did a lot of things for city council, and I used to do all that stuff. And I remember when I used to get in trouble, though, I used to fly to D.C. to try to see if I can get Maxine Waters to help me out. Too much TV. Because you really think they can help you.
Yeah.
There's nothing they could do.
Surely.
So I had to fight these cases really on my own. But it was just me just thinking so much to try to get out of a situation. So all those lessons taught me to be a better man. And,
Boy, that just
and I love
crushed a lot of niggas' dreams. It was like, if I give me a councilwoman friend, I'm good.
Right.
No.
Watching too many, and back then it was Dallas. You know?
Yeah.
Who shot JRU?
It was Dallas. So it just
Yeah, you ever think about joining the Illuminati? I feel like you would have all the qualifications.
Well, I think it's good that you brought the Illuminati up, and I want to clear this up to the world. That type of society does not exist.
Thank you. That's silly, right?
Illuminati. When I hear people say that, I'm like, what? What secret society?
Right.
Why are they targeting NBA
when
young
people
boys?
don't know nothing, they'll run with something that's insane. The thing that I was going to do, I'm glad I could share it with you guys too, was interesting. Ron Hubbard, you know who Ron Hubbard is?
Oh, Ron Hubbard.
Absolutely, yeah.
Me and Ron Hubbard is real good friends, and I was with him when he decided to start Scientology.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hey, you was out here, you was like co-authoring notes with Dianetics.
I was
what you
literally going to
saying?
ask you.
Right, now watch this.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
I was going to say, of all the stories you've told,
No, let this man tell
which
this story.
one hasn't been told?
Let this man tell this story.
This in my whole life.
This is crazy.
Okay.
Because people in the chat right now go, "Oh, Cap." So you gotta.
That's crazy.
Back in the early 80s,
Yeah.
Ron Hubbard started this thing called Scientology.
Yeah.
And I saw him putting all this stuff together. And to this day, the people of Scientology, because this is on a whole nother level now,
Yes,
Surely, yeah.
will still call me to this day
Yeah.
and ask me for information. And when they go into the files of Terrence Kirkland,
Yeah.
that's my
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Terrence Kirkland. I'm on a whole nother level in that world.
Oh my God. We did
But-
unearthed.
Wait, he's like a master mason of
some
Scientology.
things I try not to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some things are truly hard to believe. And when
Right.
I sit down and do these interviews, when I sit down and you'll bring up stuff that I've accomplished, I'm really impressed because I was moving. I didn't even realize the things that I was doing. But it also showed me I've been really living my life.
That's for damn sure.
I mean, you can't
I've been
deny
really
that when
living
you
my life.
sit there and say, I was there when Scientology kicked off.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
And let's just go deeper. Y'all know who Terry Crews is?
Yeah, of course.
Terry Crews and I used to be the best of friends. And when Terry Crews came out to L.A., I was helping Terry Crews. I was paying his mortgage. I was helping him get on his feet, directing. Oh, bring that in. I was helping him bring...
Oh, is this going to be Mark's first ever?
Yeah. Bring that in here.
introduce yo's on screen.
Bring that in here. I ordered some pizza, yo. You know I'm a boss.
I want to say, this is... We having a Spicoli moment right now. For those who've seen Fast
So,
Times
yeah,
at
If you got a plate and stuff in there...
We gonna get you right.
This right here, this is diabetic food. I ain't never seen this much pepperoni in my life. Yo, I know you want a piece.
I'm good on that shit.
Shout out to Prince Street
Believe it or
Pizza
not,
one time.
I'm only gonna eat one piece. I'm gonna eat a lot of food.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm
shit.
just gonna have my little piece and
Yeah,
keep it
he
moving.
just got excited. He gonna take that with him for sure.
Yeah.
What the fuck you talking about?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Be
Because
real.
you know what? You'll be like, hey, while the camera's off, let me go ahead and get this now.
Okay, so this is definitely what I wanted to ask because, like I said, as I saw these receipts started popping up,
Right.
of you being in everywhere you said that you were. Why do you think that it took to the last few years for your profile to get as public as it has become? Because do you think that's a thing of like God or the universe feeling like now's the time you should have it back as opposed to back then?
I'm glad you asked that question.
Mm-hmm.
In the 90s, I was hustling so hard. I was catching cases. And my hustle wasn't on entertainment. I still was doing shows, but I was heavy into crime. And one year I got in trouble because of puppy cones. I did some illegal stuff. It was called attempted grand larceny.
Okay.
And I had did some foul stuff, and I got my cousins involved, and my mother found out. And if you love your mom, see, before social media, you can get in trouble and nobody know your business.
Right.
You could truly stay low key.
Yeah.
And this is for social media, but what happened to me at that time, it was really huge. And our social media was Jet Magazine.
Yes.
And they had me in Jet Magazine. Whitney Houston was on the cover and Mariah Carey. And I was getting arrested, and they was bringing me out of the precinct. And my picture was photo of the week in 1997, 1998. True
Do an
story.
eBay search for that Jet Magazine.
Right. That's an iconic Jet Magazine.
We gonna buy it out.
So when that happened, it was just really embarrassing Because when your mom finds out, your family finds out, it's
makes you want to
This
change
is
everything.
embarrassing. So I started changing my life, but I would always beat my cases. And then one day I realized, I said, yo, if you put the same energy into the cases that you beat in your career, you can really take it to a whole nother level. But there's nothing you can do. It's not like you can push a button, your life takes off.
Right.
But I knew in the 90s that young people were going to be the reason my success would take off.
Yeah.
And what I mean by younger people, I didn't know nothing about social media. I didn't know nothing about the internet. This is before all this happened.
Right.
I just knew something different was going to happen in the 90s. And boom, this is it. This is the podcast thing. And my son, Aris, this is my oldest son, he had told me I should go on the Breakfast Club. But I had knew Charlamagne the God when he was co-host with Wendy Williams.
Yeah.
Because me and Wendy Williams is real tight. And she was just a fan. She just truly loved me. And when they started the Breakfast Club, my son said, Dad, you should do the Breakfast Club. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I said, those are kids. I'm not rocking with that. Because I did not understand what was going on. I wound up doing that show. And like I'm telling my story now, because people could tell I'm not lying. People could tell that, yo, he's authentic.
Right.
You know, because I'm not a liar. I'm not going to stand up and jump around. It doesn't make sense for me to lie. Like, I really believe in that. And by the time I got to my car, Vlad had called me. And Vlad said, yo, would you be willing to come do my show? That was the same day. And I went right there in 2 hours, did his show. And once I did his show, the rest was history.
That was it. Everything changed.
It was a wrap after that.
Let's
Shout out to Vlad, man. Yeah, shout out to Vlad. I did want to get into. We talked about this enough. We talked about this all last week. Everybody's been talking about it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to hear your thoughts on Katt Williams' recent podcast interview on Club Shay Shay.
I thought Katt Williams was very entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way you have to look at Katt. Katt was very entertaining. The only thing that I talk to people this day is you can't believe everything that you hear. And when Katt, the only thing I'm okay about him talking about the Dave Chappelle,
Sid and Steve.
Sid and Steve
all
Harvey.
them, yeah.
What I want to talk about is Katt running the 40.
And football. What about the 8,000 books?
And how people believe them. And it might be true, but I on another show, I said I want to race Katt Williams for 20,000.
Oh, dig it.
In the 40.
Okay.
Because I think I can get him.
I think I can get
You
it.
know, because I ran track. And what people don't understand, when you hear somebody say they can run a 4.1 or 4.4, this is when people don't understand knowledge.
Right.
Yeah, I see that
They
producer.
think they're
Yo,
deceptively fast.
Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
Deion Sanders, when he was in his 20s,
Yeah.
ran the fastest 40 in NFL history.
Right.
Which was 4.1.
Exactly.
20-something years old.
Right.
I'm going to repeat it. 20-something years old.
You at 50 years old, you're not going to pull that off.
Katt ran a 40 with sweatpants on. And he's 50 years old.
Right.
So I just want let's have some fun with it, right?
Yeah.
Let's have fun with it. Like, I'm not here to bash Katt. I'm not here to start no confusion. I want to take situations and make it funny.
Right.
I want to take a situation and add some humor to it. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not here to cause no problems whatsoever.
I hear that. Because you've been around Katt since the Cat in the Hat days.
I've seen everybody come in this game.
Yeah.
Everybody come in this game. See, there they go right there. Look. So my man right there ran, John Ross from Washington, ran 4.2.
Yeah.
Woo. That was
spikes
recent.
on. 4.2 seconds. These guys are flying.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta
right.
throw Katt Williams on here, man.
Yeah.
4.27.
4.2 seconds. You understand what I'm saying? So that's where my thing is. All the other stuff Katt talked about, I don't care.
Yeah.
But when he said he ran a 40 in that kind of time, nigga, let's run. Let's run. Let's make some fun out of it.
Listen, I understand. We have someone who's deceptively fast on our own podcast. We had a race recently.
I knew that's where you were going with this bullshit.
I mean, we talk.
Oh, you really finna pull this up?
Let me see it.
Oh, shit. Okay, go ahead and do it since TK saw you about to clip the damn clip.
All right, yeah.
Whoa.
Just get to the race. Get to the damn.
Wait. I gotta give you context. Okay,
No, for those and for everybody watching and listening, like, show the video, kiss my ass.
That's hilarious.
So This man, had the nerve to tell. He's on another podcast in the studio. Had the nerve to tell them that he was deceptively fast. Okay, that was the statement.
You weren't even involved in the conversation.
I know. I just got it. That's why I don't have a dog in the race. Literally, right. So, literally, everyone was like, "No, Jay, that's not the case. Okay, we can get this race on anytime." He took the challenge, and then this.
All right, so wait, let me.
The result.
All right, so my dumb ass actually forgot I agreed to this and talking shit. So my thick ass was like, you know what, we just gonna have to do this for the cameras, because again, content is king with everything nowadays. So it's like, all right, get your thick ass out here, put these shoes on, just go and do this. I did some stretching, I didn't do enough.
Too small, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to say that them joggers, bro, they could be shorts. Yeah, go ahead.
Just play the damn race so you can see this so we can watch when my thighs got hot. Because here's the problem: our producer is in the damn thing.
That's hilarious, right there. I already see it's hilarious. Look, that.
Here's when my thigh popped. Here's when my thigh popped.
Yeah, you see, he don't make it quite to the finish line. Oh no!
I don't like the way you looked. Hey, as a street nigga, I know what that look was like.
Hilarious,
there he is.
Yo. And who's the person running?
My buddy, our buddy Martin Morrow, who does the other.
He got a horrible form. Like he had something in his ass.
You never know.
Yeah, I was like, man.
And they're gonna produce him just walking.
Okay, here's my.
Look at his ass. He hurting bad.
I was in pain.
Yo, you hurting bad, dog.
Oh, you can turn this shit off now.
My favorite part is he still hasn't crossed the finish line
really
yet.
Pain? Look at you.
What did he turn this shit off?
He still hasn't crossed the finish line.
Wow.
Is that what you're gonna look at? He ain't. Hey, Mark, if you don't turn this goddamn thing
that
off.
is crazy.
He finally crossed it.
Mark, turn this shit off.
That is hilarious.
Go to the chat. Because I know the chat.
Tap into the
So if we could see, if we could have you and Katt race, that would just top it all.
And we got 20,000 on it.
I love it. I love
put
it.
20,000 on it.
Oh my goodness gracious. So look, at this point, like we've talked about, there's very little in comedy that you haven't done.
Right.
You done movies, specials, so many tours, too many tours to count.
Going on again,
yeah. What's left in this business that you still like aspire to? What is TK?
Get a sitcom.
Oh shit!
TK Kirkland sitcom.
You don't want to be on TV?
I'm not doing a sitcom.
Okay, all right.
You can
want a dramatic role in the movie?
They let you cuss or whatever.
It's not that. A sitcom is too prejudiced for me. People don't understand.
I mean,
the world really has to like you.
Yes.
The odds of really having a sitcom, slim, yo.
And I think that comes from being able, again, knowing that fully comes from having been around this industry so long, seeing it, seeing so many people, so many of our big name celebrities, comedians getting sitcoms coming and going, right? So having seen all this.
Here's the thing. In the 90s, we had more opportunities in sitcoms than anybody ever. And now you don't see shows like Martin, you don't see shows like The Cosby Show. There is no sitcom for African Americans whatsoever every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even get movies the way we used to get movies back in the day. At least Ice Cube had a movie coming out every 2 years. Boys in the Hood, Friday. We can't even get that no more. And there's so much young talent. I'm gonna leave right here.
I think Tyler Perry took up the black movie
We have so much young talent out here.
Facts.
But I'm not even impressed with Tyler Perry. The stories you hear about Tyler Perry is Tyler Perry does the same thing that Hollywood does, and he does it to his own people.
Yep.
You know, he don't really he's not really paying people what they really should be paid.
Yeah.
He does things in a shorter way to put more money in his pocket.
Right.
And there's no leader from the streets to Hollywood, even the President of the United States, has ever taken care of the black man, has ever made sure that it was, let's make sure we do something for the people. Blacks are the most used people on the face of the planet.
Right.
We have made everybody rich, from the comedy world to the car industry to the jewelry industry. Blacks, the man has gotten so much from culture from the black man. And we always talk about, let's get together. We all need to come together. We need to circulate black dollars. But everybody's for themselves. And I've been around long enough to have seen it all. You might get 1 or 2 people that might want to do the right thing in life.
Yeah.
But that's it, though. You know.
I mean, but yeah, being that guy is hard. So I understand how nobody want to step up because you're going to fuck your own money up trying to put everybody else on and trying to correct the situation. It's bigger than just one guy. But yeah, we definitely.
Yeah, it's deeper now.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
deeper now for sure.
Do you think things will change? I mean, the fact that we are now, it's being known more that we as black people are the biggest consumers, the biggest contributors financially to many different industries.
Well, the only thing that does is knowledge makes you more aware, but it makes you more angry. Because knowledge is a gift and a curse. When you go through life and you don't really know something, you really look at life a lot better. But when you start knowing life, you get irritated faster.
Yeah.
You get irritated from how the young men on this planet move. You get irritated on how women respond to men.
Yep.
You get irritated when you understand gentrification. You get irritated when you understand credit, how you've been played in the credit game. You get irritated when you find how BlackRock is buying all the homes in America, about 40% of all the homes by the year 2030. They're buying so many homes that they're only going to be renting you the homes because most people don't have good credit. Then as you get older, most of y'all don't have life insurance.
Yeah.
Most of y'all you don't take care of your health. A lot of y'all don't think about how one day you might have a stroke or a heart attack and you don't have the necessary insurance to cover you to make sure that you can live a long life. And I always tell people, it's not how well you live, it's how well you die.
Yeah.
You understand?
Facts.
Most of y'all gonna be in assisted living, somebody in your family that you think love you, and they do, but everybody can't take care of you.
Yeah.
So they're gonna drop you off in assisted living, and guess what? They ain't coming back to see you.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is do your research.
Yeah.
Kids is dropping their parents off in assisted living
And black kids now, like that used to be a white
leave-
person
That used to be a
thing.
white person thing.
Yeah.
and leaving them. So if anything I could do in this world is bring knowledge to make sure that people are prepared in life, for the long run. And that's insurance, good credit, not having babies all over the place, and really focusing on you. Teaching men how to have their money right before they really start dating,
Yeah.
I could go on forever.
Well, you said two things just now that if I could just go back to Katt just for a second, because what you said made me think about it. You said about a lot of people not passing back down to the black man, right? To our people, because a lot of people are criticizing Katt because they feel like he was talking down on other black men in that interview.
Okay.
And I wanted to see kind of how you felt about that. Do you think that was that?
he was
Or
hating?
One thing about Katt doesn't bother nobody unless you bother him.
okay, yeah.
And what I heard, because I didn't watch the interview, I just talked to different people.
Yeah.
And people saying how they went on Shannon's show and talked about him.
Sure.
Yes.
And then when he came on, he just defended himself. I can't tell another man shouldn't talk about another man if someone drew first blood.
That's the thing I think a lot of people do forget, because even Katt says it. You didn't see it, but Katt says it. He was like, you had these people come sit here and say these lies, and he went off the people that started. So some people caught strays, because that's what one of the things people talked about.
Yeah.
People caught strays, but it was like, no, Ricky Smiley had done an interview, Steve Harvey had done an interview, Cedric the Entertainer had done an interview. These are all people he brought up first and foremost. So it wasn't like he was just, let me just say random names.
Right.
So again, it was something that was spoken about it. So I get to that.
And what I like what he did, he kept receipts.
Man,
Yeah.
that man kept receipts like he was an
He
auditor.
kept receipts. So I salute Katt. Like I said, I didn't watch the interview, but when I heard bits and pieces and I put stuff together,
Yeah.
because at first I was like, yo, why are you talking about everybody?
Yeah.
But then I heard that he didn't do it. They talked about him first. And he did what he's supposed to do. He got tired of people clowning him, and there was nobody holding nobody accountable.
Right.
That's all.
Because that was the second thing that made me think of it. You talking about how the more knowledge you have, the quicker you are to get irritated by certain things because of what you know. And Katt strikes me. I mean, everyone knows Katt's super intelligent,
Right.
Right.
And so he strikes me as someone who's just like gets tired of hearing certain things. You know what I
Well,
mean?
when
and
you're
not
famous, you're
speaking
gonna
up.
get talked about. Michael
Right.
Jackson was the most talked about artist on the
Hell
on
yeah.
the planet.
Yeah.
And they dogged Michael.
Yeah. Did you ever meet Mike?
I met Mike. We was close together, but we wasn't really
Yeah.
close friends yet.
Okay. I was about to say
But,
we about to find some.
yeah.
I know it's Michael Jackson story. Yeah.
One time, man, look, so he
I'm
brought
the
bubbles.
set the nigga hair on fire.
Right.
It was at the television.
He's like, this nigga brought bubbles out one time, and I said, "You gotta leave this monkey the fucking home." No, listen, you gotta leave this monkey the fucking home.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about the tour real quick. You going back on tour again?
Yeah.
Man, what goes into planning for those who don't understand the mindset of a legendary comedian like yourself? Planning this tour to make sure people getting something fresh and new out of you.
That's a good question. Because I just saw a question up there. People are saying that I did Charleston White wrong.
Yeah.
What's great about the Charleston White situation is I love Charleston White. Live Nation was asking me, TK, we want you to do other comics. And I was like, no, I'm going to rock with Charleston White. What most of the society doesn't know is that you're dealing with corporate America. And when you deal with corporate America, it wasn't like an independent comedy show where you do a show and you get your money right there.
Right.
Things happen in corporate America. If somebody's not at that building, it's possible you may not get your check.
Right.
So you have to wait a day. When you're dealing with corporate America, sometimes it might take a week, sometimes it may take 6 weeks. Those things happen, and Charleston was furious. But what Charleston didn't know, I was furious too. But the experience that I had as a professional, I had discipline. I wasn't going to throw Live Nation under the...
Because you've dealt with different entities before
I
throughout
was
your
going to throw
career.
them on the bus because the money that they was paying us, it wasn't like it was $400,000 or $500,000. It was small change. You're going to get that check.
Yeah.
And what's so great about it, the boss behind Live Nation is right here. And he could explain the whole situation.
Well,
to everybody that, there's a man in this gentleman, his name Chris. He'll tell you that TK did nothing wrong.
So I'm glad you bring that up because we were going to talk about that situation on here because of Chris has told people, I worked for Live Nation, and he's been very reserved with different things.
I love that he moves that way.
And he's been very reserved with it. And we were all there. The three of us were there at the House of Blues show.
The Vegas show.
At the Vegas show. So, Chris would have more insight to it, and I'm glad that you're here. So if you choose to speak on it a little bit, you don't have to go into full detail behind the scenes as much, but enough to where it gives some clarity.
Well, this is what this is what I'll say. I think people get a misconception, to TK's point, of how the machine works. You know what I mean? It's not as though there's a cash machine in the back that people pay their ticket and then it just builds up and then you cash out everybody at the end of the night.
Right.
Does not work that way. It can in certain situations if that's advanced way ahead of time. Right. So if we're in a situation where we're putting a show together and the people setting up all of, whatever artist, Charleston in this case, setting up all his payments, his writer, all that stuff ahead of time, and he needs to get paid that night, all that got to get advanced beforehand.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is corporate America.
Right.
Yeah, you got to have
when
your
you're in
business
corporate, it's a whole
different ball
It's a
game,
whole
yeah.
different ball game.
Right.
So you have to sit back and allow people to say what they want to say. So I took it on the chin. What was so great, Live Nation watched the whole thing. They saw how Charleston threw me under the bus. They saw how he was talking bad about me. And we dealt with it because as professionals, they knew I loved Charleston White because we had conversations almost every week. And I was sticking up. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
I was sticking up for Mr. Charleston White. Yeah. But Charleston White did what he thought was right. If that's what he felt, if he felt that he was being treated bad, you know what I said to myself? I said, well, that's how you move. That's how you feel. I cannot tell you how to move. I think it was a great experience. I know that he will remember me for the rest of his life when he talks about, but what I want the world to understand, I got Charleston White with Live Nation. My point that I'm making is, do you know how powerful I am? To get Charleston White on Live Nation?
Yeah.
Now, I want to prove what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You got to be a boss
to be
to
able
talk
to do
to
that.
the head guy.
Yes, indeed.
To put a comic on the show who didn't have 5 years worth of experience.
Let alone
Who didn't
5
have
minutes.
2 years worth of experience. And I said, we're going to put him on the show because I still like to do. Even though he talked about me, to this day, I love and respect Charleston, and I wish him the best for this journey. I hope that he gets everything he wants out of this thing. Because, see, I was there at the beginning with Robin Harris, Michael Williams, 1985. I remember when none of these guys was getting the kind of money that they getting. I remember we was getting $20 a show.
Man, that's kind of the LA scene now.
We was getting we were getting $20 a show.
That was a lot of money back then, though.
$20. And to see from 1985 to now, to see the young comedians getting money, to see people traveling the world, it's an honor to me. You know, it's an honor to me. And when someone wants to attack me, I feel like, yo, don't you know I'm like the cornerstone of this game of stand-up? Like, people don't even know that I broke in the style of wearing baseball caps and T-shirts. You had to dress up back in the day.
Facts.
You had to have slacks and a dress shirt on. So once I started touring with NWA, I took NWA's whole MO. The jeans, T-shirts, and baseball cap. Because back in the day, I used to dress up, and then I changed the game. When comedy started taking off, it was a man named Bob Sumner and Tina Graham.
Yes, you know Bob and Tina.
Now, shout out to them. Here's a crazy story.
Bob from Def Jam.
Bob Sumner and Tina Graham called me first to do Def Jam.
Really?
Def Jam style of comedy, and I hope y'all can get them on the interview or call them. Was centered around T to the motherfucking K. And I turned them down because I was on a special called Mo Funny. And Mo Funny was this big special in 1991 that compared me to Richard Pryor, Miles Mabley, Flip Wilson. It was a huge special. But I was representing myself. I wanted to go another direction at that time. All the other comedians go on Def Jam, and I wanted to be different. Not realize I could have did both. And I didn't do both.
Do you regret it?
Do I regret it? No, because I never did Def Jam.
Right.
Never did Def Jam. But think about it, and to be sitting here with you and my man Chris, Live Nation didn't put me on as a favor.
Right.
I put asses in the
seats. Yes.
And what people need to know, my deal is over 10 years. I'm doing 43 cities for the next 10 years if I want to.
Damn.
And the reason why, if I want to, because I'll be 64 in April. 64 years old. So in 10 years, I'll be 74 years old. I don't know.
I'm not sure what
we'll see how it goes.
We'll see how
we'll see how I feel.
We'll see how it goes.
We talked about it.
In 10 years, I'll be 74 years old.
Because we talked about we're going to preserve you and we're not going to have you Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
We've been strategizing it. And that's the great thing.
Every single weekend.
No, we could go every weekend, but we can't do 2, 3, 4 shows in the same week. You know, go do a concert, go to sleep, get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, go to another. No, I can't. I'm not doing that to my body. I'll be in an early grave. I love life too much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Salute to you, TK Kirkland. I appreciate you coming through, and I want to give you your flowers, and I want to make sure that you know what I mean.
You talking about me not being able to talk, nigga?
I don't know how to segue into these who would win.
So we do the segment on the show.
We do
the segment on the show called Who Would Win. We take like 2 random characters, and we just hypothetically, if they had to fight it out, who would win?
If they had to run a fade.
One we did was, oh Lord Jesus, I'm just gonna bring this one up. We did Harriet Tubman versus Rosa Parks.
Hilarious.
Just you know, hypothetically,
that's hilarious.
Harriet Tubman versus Rosa Parks.
Yes.
We did Richard Pryor versus who? We do Richard versus
Dick
Gregory.
Dick Gregory.
Dick Gregory. I went Richard would win because of the crackhead syndrome. Then we've done so many of them.
Right.
We got a couple of them that we want to throw your way.
Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
It's a world famous
in honor
segment.
of you, we got a bunch of famous black comedians. I want to put them against each other in good old fashioned fisticuffs. So,
okay.
First round, we got Katt Williams versus Charleston White. Who's winning that?
We're gonna get up out of here.
Who win? Charleston White winning that.
Why you say that?
Really?
Because I seen Charles. Charles is a different type of beast.
You're gonna pepper spray him.
Yeah, Charleston. And if you talking about a street fight, Charleston White winning that all day.
Ooh wee.
Because he gets into. Now I've been around. He's a small young man, but he's like a lion in a small body.
Yeah.
And I respect him. And I love Katt too.
I was gonna say, you don't think
I love Katt too. It would be a good one, but because I guess because I've been around Mr. White a lot longer, I would give it to him. I just picture
Katt being like, somebody get this nigga, please. Somebody get this nigga.
And no disrespect to Katt, because somebody gonna take that and run.
Yeah, they're gonna take it and run with it. But for those who know and watch the show, we always do that. Look, I don't know if Charleston can scrap. I can see him pick up and throw shit like I've seen in clips.
Yeah.
Katt, I can see him just calling niggas out. I don't see him being able to do it one-on-one. And the last fight I think we saw was with him and a 10-year-old. And we know how that.
Yeah, that'll take a little bit. That'll take a little bit of credibility. That's like being a champion and then you lose that fight. It's like Georgia being #1 all year.
Yeah.
And Alabama getting them, and your ranking go down.
The same no more. So I gotta go Charleston.
Okay.
Fred, what you got?
Chris, what you got?
I'm thinking Katt Williams actually.
Really?
No, the little kid, yeah.
The little kid gonna throw you off.
That messes everything up. But according to the story you were telling me earlier, Katt is with all that shit, man. So.
Well, that's what we said. The reason Katt is dangerous is because whether he's in full knowledge that he's gonna win or lose, he's still gonna throw him. Like regardless, he'll just go at you. When he went at them dudes at the Beanie Siegel concert, it was like 4 of them, and he still dove on them. And it was like, Katt, you crazy out here for what you trying to do. But to your point, he be taking those L's in those fights all the time.
Katt has more heart for sure.
Yeah. He just don't got the strength behind. You know what I mean? The punches.
Facts.
So we going Charleston White. Charleston White. All right, what's next?
White, you won that one. All right, next up, we got Martin Lawrence versus Eddie Griffin.
Ooh.
Eddie Griffin winning that all day.
Eddie Griffin.
Really though?
Martin used to box.
Martin used to box.
Golden Glove.
Yeah, but he's like the motherfucker. Eddie Griffin gonna get that nigga. Hey, gonna get that nigga.
Have you seen Martin actually?
Yeah, Martin, but yeah, he from DC. They all came up boxing because of Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah,
they all came around DC. He's from Maryland.
Yeah.
All the kids was influenced by Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay.
And yeah, you got Eddie Griffin. He was KC, Missouri. He was fighting off racism
Right.
as well. So we going fighting for training and fighting off racism.
I'm going with Eddie Griffin.
Eddie Griffin on shit. Give me a minute. Let me think.
I'm going Eddie Griffin.
Chris, you think? I'm thinking on this.
I mean,
one.
Martin, does have the training, but I've seen Eddie perform, and he's very light on his feet. You know what I'm saying? He's very graceful.
Hilarious.
He's very graceful.
Light on his feet.
That's what I'm saying. So he could probably, move that head the way, you know what I mean, and get right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Martin gonna be in a leather suit. That nigga gonna be hot too quick.
Right.
Hilarious.
Martin gonna have on that run tail, that leather suit.
Right.
With some Timberlands on. Yeah, I'm going Eddie Griffin. Nigga. That's easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Eddie won. This is a tough one. I think. Yeah, does Eddie have any type of fighting background? Have we heard about Eddie putting his hands on you?
No, I just really think Eddie can get down.
Yeah.
I just really do.
Yeah. There's an aura around him that says
aura
the
that
hands
says-
might come. You know what I mean?
Yeah, in a street fight, you know what I mean? I think Eddie probably be craftier, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. DL said he got into a fight with.
Yeah.
It reminds us to watch out for the
wow.
quiet. Yeah, so look, we going Eddie Griffin.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's D.L. Hughley specifically was warning you about this nigga.
Right, I go
What
with
did
it.
DL actually say? I saw the interview, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
I don't think we watched it either.
Yeah, you want to
So
go back
you
up
got
to the top? Of it?
So you going Eddie Griffin or you going Martin Prim?
Hey, I'm gonna go Eddie, man. I'm gonna go Eddie. Y'all convinced me, bro.
Okay.
Would you got any more?
It wouldn't be you know what I mean? It wouldn't be no type
And I
of
think in
blowout.
telling the tape, Eddie got more reach and height
Again,
and all that
Martin
stuff
gonna
too.
be in leather and Tim's, nigga.
Oh, hilarious.
Nigga, that's going to be this nigga gonna be sweating to death, breathing heavy while he's trying to step over the side.
I understand.
I see somebody said TK and Corey Holcomb.
I was gonna actually do that exact one. I didn't want to put you in there.
No, I don't mind. I don't mind.
Okay.
Just put it like this. That would be one hell of a motherfucking fight.
All right.
That's all I can say.
Nah, Corey looks
don't do
Corey
that.
looks kind of
That
slow.
would be
man.
I'm a Chicago nigga, so here's the thing. I got love and respect for you while you even sitting here, but I gotta go Corey.
Nah,
Yeah,
Corey's
no.
bluffing, bro. Corey's bluffing. He be talking, man.
No, I
Corey
think.
put some street shit.
Yeah, no, Corey
too
from the
close.
street,
Corey put
but
some street shit, bro. That's why I'm like, I gotta go Corey.
and
on
then you
this.
got to say. What year is
Yeah, I
the
was
fight?
gonna say,
Yeah.
in the prime.
Yeah.
In the prime.
Yeah, because it's got to be younger Corey.
Yeah, it got to be. Now, if you go 40 years ago, I'm whooping Corey's ass. I'm going to do that right motherfucker now. Only time I've ever lost fights in my life is when I got jumped.
Okay.
Or I got somebody who sucker punched me or snuck up and hit me in the head with a pipe.
Yep.
You understand?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've had them type of situations.
Yeah.
I had to deal with people lying, saying that they knocked me out.
Yeah.
And we don't have to say no name.
Yeah.
But I dealt with it like a man.
Yeah.
Whoever gets to the mic first in this world now controls the narrative.
Right.
And people don't take the time to say, is that real or is it true? So they run with it because people love looking at car accidents.
Certainly.
Yes,
certainly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People slow down to look at car accidents because people want to see things happen to you.
Yeah.
They could be your fan yesterday.
Yeah.
And if you do something foul tomorrow, the same people that loved you, hung out, popped bottles with you, will turn against you the very next day. And so always remember, people love looking at car accidents.
Yeah.
That's the fucking truth.
Somebody said Jay versus the pizza. You want to talk about a car accident, nigga?
That pizza can say that, bro.
That's hilarious.
You been looking at it more than me. You got eyes on the pizza more than you did on
I like
TK.
pizza,
Yeah,
man.
y'all can have it after this. I'm done. I just wanted 2 slices.
What else
I'm
we got,
going
bro?
TK with that one. I'm going TK.
Yeah,
Oh,
me.
wait, who you going?
Oh, no comment. I tore both these niggas. I can't.
Yeah, he does that
I can't
sometimes.
pick.
Now, this may still be right. Don't nobody go start talking no SHIT.
I mean,
of course.
they already know. Yeah,
Yeah,
Let me tell you, they're gonna go. They're
We
gonna say,
all
"Oh
playing,
no, Corey TK said he could beat your ass." Then me and Corey gotta go and talk shit and shit. I ain't nobody got time for that
like,
shit.
everybody
y'all.
don't
Absolutely.
take it like just
I'm 60-something motherfucking years old.
Don't take shit out of
I'm
context.
president of the homeowners association.
There you go, goddamn.
Hey, that's a real
I'm-
nigga.
You know what I'm saying?
I got shit to really.
I'm a grandfather.
That's right.
I'm a granddad. I'm president of the homeowners association.
Association.
I ain't got time for that.
Good shit, man.
What's
Good
the last one you got?
shit. You want to do one more?
Let's do one more.
Yeah.
All right, one more. Let's go light skin. We're gonna do a light skin on light skin.
Okay, listen.
Got Sinbad versus Steve Harvey. Who winning that one? In their
Steve
prime.
Harvey winning that.
Sinbad
You think so?
You think?
Okay, see, this is
In their prime too.
In their
Steve Harvey
prime.
whooping motherfucking Sinbad's ass.
Wow,
interesting.
Yeah.
But Sinbad, like, was an
Sinbad's
athlete.
just a real nice guy.
Yeah. All right.
He's such a nice Sinbad is such a nice. Shout out to Sinbad. I know he's getting well.
Yeah.
But nah. Steve Harvey.
Steve taking off that man unit.
Steve Harvey was the man back in the day. He from Cleveland too.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
That's true.
Yeah,
No
he from
shit.
Cleveland. He rolled with a couple people I know.
Where's Sinbad from?
Oh damn.
That's a great question.
Yo,
I don't know where
producer, you
Sinbad's
pull up
from.
where Sinbad is from?
Because my thing was, like I said, Sinbad was an athlete. I don't know what Steve
Where's he from?
did.
Benton Harbor, Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
So right
Don't
outside
nobody
Detroit.
know where that's at.
Yeah.
Right outside the D.
I'm in Detroit all the time. I never heard of that.
He's like, I don't know what the fuck that place is.
I'm like, what?
I was trying to do something.
Oh, he was hold on. Sinbad was military.
Okay, see? As a
don't mean-
boom operator.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that wasn't the military.
Yeah,
He needed a place to live.
Yeah, that nigga said airport.
All right. I mean, damn. Yeah, I guess.
I never heard of Rick. Yeah, nigga went to military. Why? He needed a place to stay. Bitch,
I
ain't
guess
back in the
Steve
house.
then. I mean, you know, because I've never been around Steve, believe it or not. And so, you know, if you know something I don't from back in the day,
I'm just taking a guess.
Yeah.
I'm not saying on 1,000%. I'm just taking a guess.
Okay. All right. Prim?
What's the height difference? What's the weight difference?
Oh, you want to see the tail of the tape? You want to see the tail of the tape?
Right.
Yeah, I can't even.
They both like six. They both like six
They're
something,
both
right?
kind of tall. Yeah. Sinbad is. No,
Because I know he's like what 6'2".
I just feel like Steve's teeth is an easy target, bro. You just
Sinbad,
Hilarious.
Sinbad 6'4", bro.
Sinbad 6.
he got the height. Well, let's see Steve Harvey.
6'1".
So we got about 3
Okay,
inches.
About 3 inches.
But them teeth got him about 3 feet. So
That's what I'm saying. No matter where he moves, you got an easy punch.
Shout out to Steve Harvey.
Be a whack-a-mole with Steve.
I'm
Shout
going
out-
Sinbad with that.
Shouts out to Steve Harvey, man. I'm going Steve. I'm going Steve Harvey.
He got the reach.
So look, let's go ahead and wrap this up so we can get you.
Now, before we go,
Yes.
tonight, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in town,
That's what we're about
Yes.
to do. Yeah.
come see me at the Laugh Factory. We go on in 3 hours, and we're doing 3 shows tonight,
Yes,
7,
sir.
9, and 10. Then tomorrow we're gonna hit the iconic Improv on Melrose.
Yes.
Then we hitting a couple other cities this week. And catch me if you can.
Yeah.
Because once I do this week, I won't be in LA for about another year, 2 years.
But for everybody around the world watching, because Prim got fans all around the world, we've managed the fans around the world. How can they stay in touch with you?
Please follow me on Instagram at TK_Kirkland. Get on this momentum, this wagon that is getting ready to take off, because we really doing some big things out here. I want to thank Live Nation. Thank you, Chris. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all the fans that's truly finding out about TK Kirkland. You know, I mean, 40 years in the game, and I could tell you in the last 2 years of my life, from Paris to Germany, walking down the street, it's been insane. Jamaica, it's been T to the motherfucking K. Oh my God! It's not, and to see my daughter smile, and to see that is one of the greatest experiences I've ever experienced. Because like I said, I could have been in prison, you know, I could have been, my whole life could have been somewhere different. And to know I made good choices and I strategized this thing to the T, and to know that every brick they threw at me, I took it brick by brick and built this kingdom.
Absolutely.
We got to catch up some of these super chats we got.
Yeah.
So we did that one. We did that one already. So Jerry Glendenclap says, love the show. Please review Any Given Sunday, Prim.
Got you.
Say TK was on Mecca tour with Mansa Musa.
That's hilarious.
Say TK taught Melvin about guns and bullets.
That's right. Believe it or not, I did, but go ahead.
That's a
Said Scientology and NY Hustle in the Hood, Rizal Islam.
Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah.
I like him.
Mr. X Super Chatter said, tell Vlad to shut up during interviews. He always ruins shit.
Yeah, he do.
Same with Drink Champs.
Yeah, I got Nori though. I got Nori last year.
Tell Nori to shut up.
Yeah, I'm about to go back on Drink Champs too, so that's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was all. I thought all of those all the ones. Say at least Nori ain't a piece.
All right, we good.
Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all, and we're all the way caught up. Look, man, TK Kirkland, sincerely, man, we appreciate you.
No,
Bro.
thank you guys
Nothing
so much.
nothing but
I'm looking
continued
forward
blessings,
to
man.
coming to do this show. I'm excited. And Chris, you don't mind taking care of this?
Oh, yeah, we'll do it.
All right, I
We'll do
appreciate it.
We take care.
Yeah,
of it. Chris take care of the
We got to come
family.
check you out during Super Bowl in Vegas, man.
Oh, that's gonna be insane.
Yeah,
That's gonna be bananas.
Vegas is gonna be insane. And what's so great, you got a lot of big shows going on up there, but then you got my show.
Right.
And the great thing about my show is that we have what we call an in-house following, because I got the NFL.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
You know, the NFL is behind me. So to pull that off again, and Chris, to tell you, I'm cold with negotiations.
Yeah.
You know, I'm cold with negotiation. But you know, I do it because I know what I'm worth. I know what I could bring to the table. And again, Chris, while we're on this, thank you for what I would call a dream of a lifetime, because you have helped me do the finale of my life and my career by doing the Live Nation thing, because this is all an exit. See, Live Nation, the tours we're planning for an exit. And because there's no way I'm doing this for 74, 75 years old.
Right.
It ain't happening. So we're doing great things to just let the world know that TK Kirkland exists. And then we let the results fall by themselves. We, prove themselves.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Man, love to hear, man. Love
We
to
appreciate you, man. We thank you so much for taking some time out.
I'm going back and get ready for the show tonight.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
And guys, thank you so much. Anything else on there that we need to read? Or
Oh, wait, they got one last one from Mr. X. Well, damn, just went right to it. He's TK. Did
you smash Gloria Velez?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, no. Gloria, let me tell you about Gloria.
Yeah, okay, please.
Gloria is what I call a fine woman.
Yes.
But I had the utmost respect for her because I was calling her a lot before we did the interview.
Okay.
And I was reaching out to her. And I'm a man, so at first I was like, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
And then you learn how to just put your feelings to the side and you keep it moving. And I just know that it was a great opportunity to actually meet her, because I was a fan of her too when I was coming up, because she was just super, super, super gorgeous,
Yep.
So shout out to Gloria. I hope you're doing well. And that's it.
All right, man. Hey,
doubt.
it's been another.
Jay, they got you on that damn
They got
pizza.
me.
I know.
They said Jay eyeballing the rest of that pizza.
Yo, listen, we got to get up out of here, man. Thank y'all for rocking with us. We'll have these clips up. Of course, follow us on the Instagram, BBC Club Pod. Make sure you follow all of us individually. Man, stay tuned and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We will holler at y'all. Find us on all the places you listen to podcasts as well.
And I'm coming back on here in a year.
In a year, we'll be back through here. We love it. You heard it first. We'll holler at y'all next week. Y'all, we out. Take care. Be blessed. Bye.